So, Smoke, you were already kind of in the fashion design, and Danny, you were doing shoes. How did you have any experience when it came to clothing, or your art was just more of the shoe thing at the time?
It was the shoe stuff, but it was sort of in between because in the background of painting sneakers, I was always doing like sewing and stuff.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, for example, when I was painting around that same time, I was experimenting with putting the shoes together from scratch.
Oh, damn.
So this is an Air Force One before it's put on a mold, before it gets the sole, and it doesn't have the tongue yet.
Uh-huh.
Same thing, sewing, and it's just the skill alone that is versatile. You can take that skill into so many different fields that it became a little easier to make the transition. And my dad also has a business in Florida that is his main source of income now, is clothing and custom anything, where he makes shirts, t-shirts, sweaters, mugs, coasters, anything you could think of. He can put your logo and get that done for you. But the only thing he didn't do was embroidery and anything that had to do with cut and sew. So that's where we sort of like filled his void and he fills our void. So
that's cool, because like you kind of already have a, and that's a cool thing, because that kind of gives you an idea of how it could potentially be, and you got a little bit of guidance, and maybe kind of like, hey, you know, when we're doing this, you know, he could probably say, hey, look into this, do this, or don't do that when it comes to the business sense, because obviously you guys have the talent and the skill. You know, a lot of people, even what I always say, the streaming and content creation space is like the music business. A lot of people have the talent and they could do all this, but when it comes to conversations, networking, making deals, knowing the business sense, some people are just,
yeah,
you know what I
mean.
You know what I mean? You know, and that's, yeah, but think about it. If you're an independent person and you don't want to be giving your money out, and if you can learn it on your own, and as you guys are building it, that's, I love seeing that, because it brings that little entrepreneurship in somebody, because you're willing to take a risk. Because you want to try this. You have nobody else to depend on. Hey, I'm doing this. We're doing this together. And it's dope to see that, you know, this how it started, with a small conversation, fucking name list on the piece of paper for 3 months. Hey, you know what I mean? That's fucking, you can't make this shit up, bro. It's amazing. I love hearing that shit.